Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Bloons on the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day as usual. So we played another game with Alukian BTD. That is the name that he would like me to call him, so that is going to be the name that I'm going to be calling him. I think it's because there's like a lot of Marwin's dogs last time that commented, so it's better to be more specific or just like change the name that he's using, because I think Alukian BTD is his that is the name, his YouTube name, and then Marwin's dog is his in-game name. So he wants me to call him by his YouTube name, just because there's so many other people that have the same name that are commenting. So, and it's better that way, just so we know who we're kind of talking to. But yeah, so this is a Bonanza R3 or R3 Bonanza. So that means that no, it's not R3. I don't think no, it's not R3. We did Bonanza and then randomized our towers. It wasn't R3. We just randomized. So the towers I got were Buccaneer, Sniper, Tac Shooter, and Ice Tower. The towers he got were what is that? Balloon Chipper, Bomb Tower, Wizard, and Ace. I forgot what that Balloon Chipper was called. But since we are playing Bonanza, I kind of just threw down a bunch of Buccaneers on round 5 just because a lot of quick shot or grape shot Buccaneers with faster shooting can survive for a pretty long time. Or 1-1 Buccaneers is what I should say. Can last you for quite a long time, and it was Bonanza, so you can be a little more lenient with the money that you're spending. Because we're already at 1200 eco on round 7 with $5,000. So me and Alukian BTD are kind of sitting at the same spot right now in terms of eco and in terms of money. He does have a little bit more than I do though in eco and money. I think it's because I sent him, or no, I think the time when I put down all the Buccaneers, I think that kind of took me off of actually sending eco. So Alukian BTD was actually able to take the lead in eco, but these Buccaneers are holding them off pretty well. But these Bloons are going to get by even with 4-1-1 Buccaneers somehow. So we lost about 100 lives from that, or about 80. I'd say 80, 90 lives. So we got up a few destroyers. We accidentally got up a what's it called? I can't remember what it's called, but we just got up a few destroyers. Just to kind of handle those balloons, and since we weren't going to be sending each other anything, because we were going as late game as possible with these random towers, since we weren't sending each other anything, I didn't need any lead detection yet because it was only round 11, and leads don't come till like round 20 or so. Actually, that's probably wrong, but leads don't come for another 10 or so rounds. So yeah, I didn't worry about leads. I was just gonna get up a. Actually, no. I got up a 2-3 sniper for leads, because I was gonna start putting down some snipers just to prepare, because I don't think what my plan was to put down these snipers to defend around 13 rush, and then I realized that we aren't gonna be rushing each other because we're just going as late game as possible, like whoever can survive the longest, which randomizing your towers in Bonanza. Like, I would say it's mostly luck-based. It's like a mostly luck-based game mode because the towers that you get are completely random, so whoever gets the better towers pretty much wins. It is a little skill-based because you have to know how to use your towers like strategically, but I'd say it's mostly skill-based, just because you just get random towers, so you could get better towers than the other person, and they can't control that, so I'd say in this game I definitely got the advantage in terms of luck, because I did get pretty lucky with the towers that I got, because I already knew at this point in the game that because the bomb tower and the wizard were two of the towers that he got, so I was already thinking that I have the advantage here in this game because the towers that I got are really good for late game. Buccaneer is good for micro, just to get rid of all the BFBs. And then snipers and ice towers are good for slowing down. They're actually really good for slowing down Moabs, BFBs, oh my gods, because the snipers can stun Moabs and BFBs and so my gods and stuff, and the ice tower can slow them down. So yeah, I definitely got a very good late game setup here. And then the attack shooter is good for taking out Moabs, just kind of spamming down blade maelstroms, which I didn't use that much. Actually, didn't use any blade maelstroms, but that's also because um, the Moabs didn't come till later rounds. So by the time the Moabs were actually here, I already had plenty of snipers to handle those. So something else I also did, as I said yesterday. I did work on my rules list. I'll probably put it on the screen. I don't know if I might put it in the description. I'm not sure yet. But I'm definitely going to show you guys either in the video or in the description or both. But it's the third rule. It's kind of confused. I don't like number the rules. I don't do like 1, 2, 3. They're just a dash mark where the rule starts. And I tried to make the rules as clear as possible, but I think the third rule that I wrote was pretty confusing. Or maybe it was the second. It was the rule where I was talking about like playing each person with like different game modes or a set of different game modes. That was a pretty confusing rule. So I do apologize if you guys do get confused by it. I actually confused myself by it. So this is not at all like the finalized list. This is just kind of a rough draft. I would say it's just kind of a rough draft for the list of rules. So let me know what you guys think of it, and let me know like what I should change, what I should improve, or anything about that. Like anything about the list at all, like what I did wrong in the list, like the rules that didn't make much sense, the rules that I need to clear up a little bit more, anything like that about the list, just let me know, and I will be sure to make some changes. So this is where I start spamming down my snipers, because it was getting closer to, because round 32, actually, round 28, I think, is when natural Moabs come, and to be honest, I didn't really have a good Moab defense right now, so I was getting up some 2-3 snipers, and then I was gonna get up. Actually, I think those, I think they're actually 2-4 snipers, and then I got up a few 2-4 snipers, set them to first, and then I got 4-2 snipers and set them to strong, because the 4-2 snipers are the Moab stunners. So I set those to strong just to make sure they were always aiming at those Moabs. Not specifically Moabs, like Moabs, BFBs, oh my gods, all those things. So I kind of felt bad for Alukian BTD because the towers so far, like Wizard and Bomb, they're not good at all for I mean, I don't know. Bomb Tower, like what do they call it? Moab Assassin is pretty decent, I would say, for like mid game, maybe partially late game. I think I've only went late game with like mainly Moab Assassins once, and they actually weren't too bad. But compared to snipers, like I had snipers and ice tower. Those were the two main ones that I was focusing on, because snipers and ice towers are like some of the best towers for late game. And he just showed me his third tower, which was ace. So far, I was thinking I had a severe advantage for late game, which, like, I don't know. I kind of felt bad because the like this game was pretty much luck based. Like the towers that I got, it really didn't take too much strategy to use them. I just kind of put them down and they worked their magic. So like, but this game was mainly for fun, as every game is. So I mean, I didn't really focus on it. I was like, okay, let's just see how far we can make it, which is pretty much the idea of this game. But yeah, so we do start sending some blacks. I didn't know if I didn't know if like blacks or whites sending those were better than pinks, so I was kind of trying them out um, just to kind of see. But I don't know. I still think pinks are better, just because you can send pinks a lot quicker than you can send black balloons. But black balloons also give you more eco, so I'm still a little. I don't really know which one is better in particular. But I do start putting down my ice towers just because I want that. I want to be able to have that slowdown ability, because ice towers are the best towers for slowdown, because they do 50% slowdown and the ninjas do 25%. So like ice tower and sniper is such a deadly late game combo, because the sniper, again, especially against like, the reason they're so good late game is because ice shards and which the ice shards section is to the right, which is also the same direction as the ice slowdown ability. So it's awesome because ice shards are really good against mobs. And every time I'm saying mobs, I mean mobs, BFBs, and oh my gods. But snipers and ice towers are both known for being able to pop mobs. Um, ice shards ice shards and snipers can do a lot of damage against mobs, and they stun them. And then the ice shards, they don't stun or anything, but they do a lot of damage to mobs. So yeah, those two towers are deadly for late game. They're really good. If I just use snipers and ice towers, I could probably last till, I don't even know. I could last a long time with those two towers. But I know I say a lot. I need to stop doing that. But I almost said it again, but I'm not going to. So we had 1.2 mil. Alukian BTD had 1.4 and a half, I think. Yeah, that's an half. Yeah. We had about the same eco though. Still, I need to stop saying that. Still, I don't know what is the best balloon for eco. So that could be like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the best balloon for eco is. If you guys know like the best balloon for eco, if you guys could let me know, that'd be great. You guys have been awesome about like leaving tips and stuff like that, so it's absolutely awesome. So these mobs, honestly, the mobs and stuff like that did get pretty far. What I mean like by stuff like that is mobs, BFBs, oh my gods. So I wish, is there like a name for like all of the different types? Like, is there a name for mobs, BFBs, and oh my gods that you can? Is there like a name for all of them? Rather than those three, just like one that is kind of like broader. What I mean by that is like, is there one name that you can mean like all three of them by that one name? That's something I would like to know. See, this is also why I like doing commentary, especially like solo commentary. So I mean like not talking on Discord with anyone or something like that. Mainly because I really like to just talk to you guys specifically, but also because, what was I gonna say? I can't even remember what I was gonna say. I guess I can get back over to the other topic. So I like doing solo commentary mainly because I feel like if I'm talking to other people while recording, I feel like I'm just not connecting with you guys as much as I should. So I just feel like solo commentary is the best thing on YouTube. That's my opinion. Just because I want to be able to connect with you guys as much as possible. But those specters are really good at popping. I think those are some of the best things at popping balloons. Probably behind ice shards. No, I don't know. I don't know if Spectre is better than ice shard at popping regular balloons. Like disregarding like mobs and everything higher than that. I'm not really sure about that. But this is a pretty good. I'm surprised this game was only 20 minutes. Because we actually went to a pretty decently late round. We got past round 40, I believe, which that's kind of like, that's the late game I'm probably gonna play. That's the kind of late game I'm probably gonna play more often. Because what I'm kind of planning on doing is like having an extreme late game, like around 90 plus. or around 80. Although everything above like maybe around 70 is extreme late game, I would say. So like I might do like an extreme late game maybe like every month or so. And this isn't like written in stone, so this is not like something that's going to happen. I'm just saying that something that could happen. Like maybe one extreme late game every month, couple months, and then we could do like one late game like round 40 to round 60, or round 30 to round 30 to round 60 is probably the late game area, and then round 70 to 70 plus is like extreme late game. That's probably how I would divide it up. But yeah. So I don't want to do I do want to do both, but extreme late game is probably gonna be way less often than late game. I think I said this in another video, but I cannot talk. Mostly because extreme late game, like that other game, was 50 minutes, and while I do enjoy that, if I do that too often, it's gonna burn me out of this game. What I mean by that is like I'm gonna get really bored of this game if I do extreme late games that often, because it's just such a long game, and unlike the second half of it, it gets a lot slower. So it drains you even more. And I'm not saying like I dislike extreme late games. I love extreme late games like I do. Like I love late games and pretty much everything else. Like I love everything equally, but some things I have to do less often than others, so I don't bore myself out of the game. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's probably gonna be kind of the plan. And again, it's not written in stone yet. So if I don't know if I'm gonna specifically follow the trail I just said, because it's not written in stone. But that's probably kind of what I'm gonna stick with, because I don't want to completely abandon any of those things. I don't want to abandon late game. I don't want to abandon extreme late game. I want to make sure I do all these things, but some's just gonna have to be less often than others. Just to keep the excitement going in this game for me, and for you guys. But we have made it to round 41. So again, this is the kind of late game area. We actually almost lost there a round or two ago by those Moabs. They were actually making it really far. They actually, you know, something kind of ironic is I have two of the best Moab popping power towers that there is. They're not like the only two, but they're two of the best for Moab popping power. And Moabs are actually the Bloon that actually almost beat me. So that's kind of something that's a little ironic. But yeah, he has so many Spectres and GZs on his side and Chippers. I would say like I don't think aces. At least I didn't before this game. I didn't think aces were too good for late game. I just thought like the Chippers were kind of his only good late game tower that he got. But I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if aces are late game or good for late game or not. I know heli pallets are, but I didn't know if aces were or not. But this oh my god is just tanking everything. He does everything he can to stop it. GZs, he uses his Chipper's ability, but this oh my god just doesn't pop. It never got down to BFBs, so there was no chance of him being able to suck it in with the Chipper. So that oh my god just slips right through, and his towers just weren't able to pop it. They just didn't have the popping power ability. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode. So thank you to Alukian BTD for playing me. If you guys would like to play me, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get to each and every comment as soon as I possibly can. But hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see all you beautiful people in the next episode.